name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
The HKJC Champions Cup Group 1, 1800 meters, the trip. 20-4 is the time that race number 8 jumps at, and See It Again looking to get redemption. He's at 16-10 and he'll be looking to finish off his season with another Group 1 performance. It is horse number 12, El Matano, his closest rival in the betting market, at around 6-1, along with Dave the King, and then it's 7-1 in better bar those. So See It Again, a clear-cut favorite in this contest, but let's have a listen to what the trainers have to say about their runners.
Winchester Mansion, See It Again, hit the front, 150 to go. Winchester Mansion is fighting back. See It Again and Winchester Mansion, eyeball to eyeball. Here it comes, Winchester Mansion, See It Again. Bless my stars, and behind these.
He's doing very well. You know, he took his July run well. You know, obviously he had a tough race, and you know, I had him at his peak for the race, and we had to freshen him up a bit for this. And you know, he's come through it nicely. I'm very happy with his condition, so we will see.
Yeah, you know, he's won over the trip, and I think you can disregard the run in the July completely. He's come back well from that run, and with Bernard on him, I think he'll run very well.
He's a very, very temperamental horse, and especially on big days like this where there are crowds, he can play up. He is a horse that has the ability, but sometimes his temperament works against him. So very, very strong field, very hard race to win this year. There are possibly the best horses in South Africa all in this race. Yes. So very tough ask. We are an outsider in the race, and it'll be a lot will have to go our way for us to run well here.
I think very different fillies. You know, bless my stars, I watched her even though she wasn't with me for those early runs. She seemed to have a lot more talent as an early horse, in that she was more precocious. This filly is going to be a way better filly next season. However, she has come through and won her last 2 starts, and with a decent draw, I am taking a chance here. She is on the up, and I felt that the fillies race was quite a bit weaker than the colts race, so I've decided to take a chance here. It wouldn't surprise me to see her win, but you know, she is going to improve as a 3-year-old filly.
See It Again, he's a 3-year-old son of Twice Over, who's a 4-time winner from 10 outings and a multiple group winner. He's a top quality sort, 3-part brother to Do It Again, and he could certainly go on to achieve as much as Do It Again has achieved in his career. Now, See It Again, he's got a deep draw to overcome. The team would have obviously been a lot happier with a much better draw, but they've got to deal with the cards that they've been dealt. And based on the Hollywoodbets Durban July run, I think he'll beat all of the horses that were behind him. I can't see any of those reversing the form. But the horse that is the springer in the pack for me, Sheldon, is horse number 2, Zapatias. Now, he ran in the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge, and he ran 3rd from a deep draw. He had to be used up early on to get into a handy position, and he just stayed on at the business end of things. Now, he was returning off a layoff. It was around 3.5 months since he had last run, so I think he would have just needed that run slightly. He's drawn in gate number 2. He's got an ideal draw. He comes into the race with fresh legs, where a lot of these horses, fresh legs aren't on their side because they've had a tough run in the Hollywoodbets Durban July. It's obviously not an easy race to come out from and win again, but we saw Jet Dark do it last season. But I think Zapatias could just have the edge here. He's at around 7-1 in the market. The Brett Crawford team, they obviously would have had 2 strong hands heading in towards the Durban July, but they decided to take Zapatias out with this race in mind. Winchester Mansion left him in, he did the job, and they'll be looking to finish off the season with this Group 1. So I think Zapatias definitely going to go very, very close. He would be the top selection for me at around 7-1, but See It Again, he's a horse that's not going to go down without a fight.
Yes, talking about number 2, Zappateers. I was actually in the parade ring doing the interviews for that race and chatting to the connections with Ravi Naidu and a few of the other owners and the other horses there. And they were quite upbeat of a big performance from Zappateers. And he went off at around 40-1. He was a good place bet on that occasion. So you could be onto the mark there with number 2, Zappateers. Getting back to number 11, See It Again. It'll be wonderful for the Michael Roberts camp. And Pierce Stradham's only ride for the day at this stage of the game. So Pierce Stradham's only got the one ride. He moved up a winner coming to the 200 in the Hollywoodbets Durbanville July. He just found Winchester Mansion outstaying him that last bit. So Raheel coming back down to the 1800. I think that could be the deal sealer. It could definitely be, and he's a horse that obviously has got lots of ability, and he's set to go very close here. The punters, they in his camp, they will be hoping that he can get the job done and get rewarded for being quite unlucky last time out. He had to concede 3.5 kg, so older horse, more toughened horse, which wasn't easy, but he ran his socks off, and he's set to go close here. Sheldon, would he be your top selection, fair to say? Yes, definitely number 11, See It Again. He will be my top selection. And then we go with a horse like number 2, Zappateers. Number 5, Rascallion's worth throwing in. And number 7, Pomp and Power. I've never been on this horse before. You've heard about his antics. I've always been against Pomp and Power. I just got a sneaky feeling, Raheel, that this could be his time to shine. He's got the raw ability. So throw number 7, Pomp and Power in. If he behaves himself, he might be the springer in the pack. Yeah, it could certainly be just that. I was very disappointed with his Hollywoodbets Durbanville July run. I thought he would be in with a squeak. But if you're a supporter of Pomp and Power and you haven't had enough up till now, well then you've got to throw him in once again. But no doubt See It Again is a horse to beat, and hopefully for the Michael Roberts team he can get that redemption for last time out and get the job done. But it's not a race that is cut and dry. Zappateers, and as you heard from Sheldon, horse number 5, Rascallion, could be worth another chance.
Good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.